Wednesday morning, let's rise and shine. Separate your bed from your behind. Tell the stranger sleeping next to you to get the hell out, you've got things to do. Wednesday morning, the week's half done. Try to sober up, it's time to run. There's only 3 days left working from 9 to 5. Then it's party time. Party time. Just a little more work to do. Let's get on up and get the damn thing through. Then we'll get back to numbing our minds.
Yeah, hump day, and temperatures near 70 at some point. Much more important than the fact that it is hump day.
Yes.
So much more important than hump day. A very special day right now, Gene.
What's this?
April 8th of every single year, we celebrate Rex Manning Day.
Oh, Rexy, you're so sexy.
Call me on my coffin with a
Je ne sais quoi. No. Rex Manning Day. Bring Rex his lunch. I don't like the chair.
How do you celebrate? Do you know? I mean,
All
is this
sorts
just
of ways.
quotes,
Well, you
bloody quotes.
watch Empire Records open till midnight. Midnight. Maybe you sing Rex Manning songs.
Listen to the soundtrack or something.
Listen to the sound. It's a great soundtrack, by the way. But today is Rex Manning Day. We must not dwell. No, not today, Gene. For today is Rex Manning Day. Je ne sais quoi.
Right in the middle of the work week, too. Right there. Splitting it in half.
The fictional day that Rex Manning was set to appear at Empire Records.
Independent record stores.
Yes, and by the way, Record Store Day is coming up.
Yeah, it is.
1 week from this Saturday. So this Saturday is the 11th, and then next Saturday, the 18th, is Record Store Day. You can go to recordstoreday.com, I believe, and you can see a full list of all of the special releases that are coming out. And, of course, if you do have a local record store, you should be patronizing it 365 days a year, not just on Record Store Day, but on Record Store Day, they reward you with some really cool stuff.
Is your wife got
She's putting it together. I haven't heard anything yet, but I'm sure she's got a list.
Usually she has like one particular
specific thing
she's looking for. Okay.
Yeah. There was a Beatles release a couple of years ago. There was a Taylor Swift, I think, last year. We stood in line. 1 year it was very cold. Last year it was chilly, but it wasn't too bad. We'll see what it does on the 18th.
Special releases for those supporting record stores.
But yeah, today is Rex Manning Day. Celebrate accordingly.
A little warmer today, but I think rain by this afternoon. It looks
is it
like
this afternoon or is it tonight?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock,
and into this evening, it looks like.
All right, so if you do have outdoor stuff you want to get done, the morning and the early afternoon might be the prime time, and then rain moving in later this afternoon. Clearing up tomorrow, though, with temps staying in the mid-50s and some sunshine. Looking, like I said, low 70s this weekend.
We'll see.
We've got a lot of stuff to get to this morning. Of course, bad news, happy music later on. We're going to talk about living in outer space.
Because of the moon?
Matt Damon poop potatoes. They're talking about a lunar base by 2030, somewhere around there.
All the pictures from yesterday?
Oh, my God.
Gosh.
Crazy awesome.
Yes.
Going to talk about a very particular house in Seattle. Very interesting Zillow listing.
Does it have ropes and chains and leathers and belts and whips? And
you'll see.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about a very Canadian crime. A crime that the only thing missing was some maple syrup. Rockmornings.com if you want to be a part of the program. You can also download the apps. Whether it's the 92.9 The X app or the 95.7 The Rock app, you can submit voicemails, pictures, and videos. Love to hear from you guys.
Yes, please.
Let us know where you're working,
please.
what you're up to today. Happy Hump Day. Happy Rex Manning Day.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Election Day in the books. Some local stuff, school board and like a county judge or something like that. There was a statewide race for the Supreme Court, the Wisconsin Supreme Court, and Chris Taylor won the election. Democratic-backed candidate Chris Taylor winning the election to the Wisconsin Supreme Court yesterday. growing the liberal majority on the court as cases affecting congressional redistricting, union rights, and other hot-button issues await the perennial battleground states. Focused her campaign on abortion rights, and she defeated Republican-backed Maria Lazar in the fourth straight win for liberal court candidates dating all the way back to 2020.
I waited about 1 minute. There was like 3 people involved.
I waited a few minutes.
Did you?
There was like...
It wasn't very long.
6 or 7 people in line in front of me, and the problem is there's... I want to say at my voting place, there was like 4 different districts that vote there.
Okay.
And so when you show up, you don't... Look, I know where I live. I know I'm a registered voter, but...
Districts change. I mean, like
most of the time I don't. And we're already, we just mentioned redistricting, so we've seen it happen. You could be on the cusp of it, and maybe you move from one district to the other. So you get to that first table, and you find out which district you're in. Then they send you to the right voting table, and then they got to find your name in the very big book there.
Went pretty quickly, though.
But yeah, I was in and out of there within 10 minutes.
A lot of school board elections across the state of Wisconsin.
Yep.
A lot of school referendums across the state of Wisconsin as well.
Speaking of Wisconsin, the university system is going to fire that guy, the president. The Board of Regents voting yesterday to fire Jay Rothman. He's been serving as the UW president since he was hired by the Regents back in 2022. Before that, he was the CEO of the Milwaukee-based Foley and Lardner law firm. The unanimous vote, by the way, to fire Rothman came after the board met in private for just over 20 minutes. The board also met in private last week to discuss personnel. And now that guy is apparently going to be out of a job. Chris Patton will serve as the acting executive in charge until an interim president can be appointed. Patton is the vice president for university relations. Rothman's firing comes as Regents search for a chancellor to lead the system's flagship university, the University of Madison, of course. The chancellor leaving to become the Columbia University president. Rothman chose Eric Wilcox, a dean at UW-Madison, to serve as the interim chancellor until a permanent leader can be appointed. So, for whatever reason, they want his ass out, and he's going to be out.
Sounds very complicated if you look into it.
Guessing he's going to take that to the next level is my guess, because he didn't seem like he wanted to go. Also wanted to have more clear explanation as to why they wanted him gone, and didn't seem like he got that, so I'm guessing he's going to take it to the court at some point. Yesterday, everybody where I was talking about the 7 p.m. deadline and whether or not we were going to be fully engulfed in World War III, but apparently President Trump issuing a ceasefire, 2-week timeouts. Said he agreed to suspend the planned attacks on Iranian infrastructure for at least 2 weeks. The move was subject to Islamic Republic of Iran agreeing to the complete, immediate, and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz. And Trump said earlier that he, of course, threatened a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again, unless a deal was struck. But it looks like we got a deal struck, at least for a couple weeks.
Yeah, Pakistan very involved in that, inviting both delegations to talks on Friday.
You hear about this retired woman who fell off the boat in the Bahamas?
No.
Oof. It's got husband threw her over vibes.
But maybe not.
But that's just me expecting the worst out of people and watching too many Netflix documentaries. American woman went missing in the Bahamas after her husband said she fell off a small boat, had been living out her retirement dreams of sailing when the tragedy struck. The couple
was she alone? They were alone.
They were together in a dinghy, a small boat, right? Not experienced sailors. Again, these all sound like the precursor to, oh, my wife fell over. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm going to collect the insurance money. They were building a social media following as they traveled around the country, documenting their retirement plans. Lynette Hooker and her husband, Brian Hooker, they left Hopetown's Abaco Inn at about 7:30 at night on Saturday, 4 minutes after the sunset, on a small boat heading for their yacht. So this is like a little transport boat to go between the yacht and the land.
And shore, yes.
He told
Strong
officials
currents.
that while the couple were on the smaller boat, she fell into the water with the ignition key, causing the engine to shut off. The current carried her away. He paddled back to the marina, reported Lynette missing at about 4 a.m. on Sunday, which is a long time from 7 p.m. when they got on the dinghy and went. And I don't know how far out he was, and I don't know how long it took to get back, but
she
that's
had the
a lot
key.
of hours.
Is that what you're saying?
That's 9 hours. If they left port that in. If they got on the dinghy at 7:30 p.m.
Sure.
I don't know how far out he was. I don't know what kind of paddling he was doing, if it was by hand or if he had an oar or whatever, but you would assume there's an oar on a dinghy just in case. And he doesn't get back to land and report it till 4 a.m., 9 hours later. A friend of the couple said he met Lynette at an oyster bar in Panama City Beach, Florida, back in 2023. Said the couple was on a journey around the Gulf of America. Their new lifestyle was this boat that they picked up in Texas, spent a year working on it. Describing the couple as really nice, said they were going for their retirement dream of sailing, and also said the couple weren't that experienced in boating, which has got husband throws the wife overboard vibes.
Well,
everything
yeah.
about this just screams.
Says they've been sailing together for more than a decade. So I mean, I don't know what.
How are you not that experienced when you've been boating and sailing for a decade?
I don't.
And they're young. She's 55. He's 58.
I see that.
So they're not like in their 70s where, maybe she had a bad hip and
They were actively sailing around the world. So, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It just... Her daughter, who is not related to the husband, by the way, said that Brian Hooker has a history of being violent towards her mother. The daughter did several interviews with media outlets earlier this week, said, I do believe something might have happened to her. There's history of them choking her out and threatening to throw her overboard. So, yeah, again, another example of this has got husband got rid of the wife all over it.
Well, we'll see. Sadly,
It's surprised you didn't hear anything.
Wasn't wearing a life jacket either in a small dinghy.
Again, added to the list. This has got Netflix documentary written all over it.
Okay, the recovery mission is still happening though at this point, isn't it?
Good luck, man.
I know, but that's still what's going on.
Well, yeah, if you can find the body, you can say, okay, well, she didn't die by drowning. She died by getting choked in the boat, and then he threw her ass overboard. Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We'll get to sports in a couple of minutes. Got a text from Leroy.
Leroy says...
Leroy Jenkins. Any chance I could hear Hurricane Band of Heathens? Have a good one. Probably not, but thank you for the text.
Certainly text us. Download the app if you have it, 95.7 The Rock, 92.9 The X, and right there you can win stuff, first of all. That's most important. Click win stuff to sign up for free things. But then right next to that is a voicemail. If you want to just record something and send it to us, or snap a photo, a video, send those to us as well. It's a great way to communicate, or rockmornings.com.
So I mentioned earlier it's Rex Manning Day. Mm-hmm. I did not know this. I found this out this morning, actually. The actor who played Rex Manning in Empire Records, his name is Maxwell Caulfield. He's married to a woman named Juliette Mills, who is the sister of Haley Mills from The Parent Trap, the Disney movie from way back in the day. I had no idea. Interesting little tidbit.
Push against corporations, kind of, right? That's the theme of the movie, right? Like, against
damn
the chain store
damn the man, save the empire. Yes. Now more than ever, we must support these local businesses that are owned by local people, especially the beloved record store.
And very 90s nostalgic for music and
outfits,
clothes. I was just going to say, clothes for
stuff.
sure.
That movie, if you didn't already have it in you, that movie made everybody want to work at a record store. FYI, not all record stores are like that.
Yeah, it wasn't maybe that much fun. But...
No. Some of them were, but not all of them.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
Almost time once again for the Masters. A jungle without a tiger. As Tiger Woods steps away from golf to work on his personal driving skills. Absent from Augusta, along with the television ratings. For the Masters. This week on CBS.
Starts today, actually. They've been there, obviously, in Augusta, practicing and getting ready. But the par 3 contest starts today at noon. I think this is noon Eastern, so 11 our time. They've got Masters on the range starting at 8 a.m. this morning on the CBS Sports Network and on Paramount Plus. Live stream at Masters.com starts at 11 a.m. TV coverage on ESPN this afternoon. And then, of course, tomorrow they tee off in the morning.
Apparently, a new multi-million-dollar player performance center is being built, and you can kind of see it over the edge of the corner. It's over the edge of the practice range, and it's monstrous. And
just did the dinner with Rory McIlroy in his green jacket and all the menu items. Yeah, the
nice
Masters this week from Augusta, Georgia. Elsewhere in sports,
pitches a double play ball to short. Story to second for one. Over to first. Game over, and the Red Sox win
oh my God. Why are we listening to this?
Game with the Milwaukee Brewers in town.
I don't know what the hell happened. They were too concerned with Wilson Contreras. Jacob Mizorowski fired up to strike his ass out. Talking all sorts of smack getting off the mound, but it didn't matter in the end. Struck out 10 batters. Had a hell of a game, but kind of fell apart there in, I think, the 5th or 6th inning. And the Brewers losing to the Red Sox yesterday, 3-2. The final game of that 3-game series is today at 12:35. Today, this afternoon. So after I get home and do whatever it is I got going on, I'm going to be watching baseball. Hell yeah, I am. Speaking of baseball,
tell me.
Atlanta Braves pitcher Reynaldo Lopez and Los Angeles Angels DH Jorge Soler both ejected after a brawl between the two players happened last night. Soler charging the mound after Lopez threw a pitch high and inside, tipped off the catcher's mitts in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Lopez fires one to the backstop. It's right back to Heim, who throws late to second base. Here comes Soler going after Lopez. They square up, and Soler and Lopez are throwing haymakers. They're going after each other. Soler is finally tackled from behind as the Angels and Braves are all out onto the field. That came up out of nowhere. Well, they just kind of stared each other down after Shonowell advanced on that wild pitch. It's two big boys, too. And Soler took a couple of steps. Lopez said, well, come get me. And it was on. And the Dukes were flying.
There's some serious haymakers there, too.
Yeah.
Like hockey style? Like going after
No, with hockey, you got the guy in your grasp. You usually got your hands on him, and you're trying to.
More like
Soler was throwing some. He said it. He was throwing some haymakers, and it looked like to me. It looked like Lopez wanted nothing to do with Soler. He was backing up. He's doing, come get me, buddy. But, dude, Soler is legit, whole arm, body just coming around. He wanted to put his hands on him, man. It was wild. They both got ejected, by the way. They'll probably get a suspension from Major League Baseball as well. No big surprise, but the Bucks lost last night.
9 seconds remaining. 6-point Nets lead. Prince lets it fly. Can't hit. Rebound Sarath, and that will do it. The Nets 3-2 thus far in the first 5 games of this 6-game homestand. 96-90 the final.
Yeah, 96-90 the final score there between the Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets. The Bucks are at Detroit tonight at 6 p.m. 3 games left in the regular season. Doc Rivers, by the way, indicating before the game last night that he's probably not going to coach much longer. He mentioned his grandkids, but we all know that this has probably been one of the most stressful seasons for him.
Oh, yeah. And they're talking about
lengthy career, yeah.
Playing another role within the organization, which would you really do that? Would you?
Well, I think he may, it may be one of those, I'll take maybe a year off and then I'll come back and
Will you, though?
Yeah, if you're not the coach. I mean, Brad Stevens did it in Boston, and he's, now kind of the GM of the team or whatever. So it happens all the time in Major League Sports where, guys may coach for a while and then they realize that's a lot of work and I don't really want to do that, but I like to stay with the organization and earn a paycheck. And the organization's like, yeah, we'd love to have you around, and we'll see. Michigan Wolverines just won their second ever men's basketball national championship. And bookmakers like their chances next season, however, not as much as they like Duke. Duke is the favorite to win the 2027 NCAA tournament at plus 800, with Michigan second on the odds board at 12-1. This is according to DraftKings. Followed fellow 2026 one seeds Florida and Arizona right behind Michigan at 14-1 and 15-1 respectively.
I feel like you could win money by betting when Duke isn't a favorite.
Yeah, you certainly have a chance to win more.
They're a consistent favorite, aren't they?
But if you want to get in early, now would be the time, right? Before the odds change. And,
What is this? What's happening?
You can deny that there's several photos of Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel and former ESPN SportsCenter anchor Diana Rossini on the rooftop pool hot tub area.
Are they not supposed to be doing that?
They're both married to other people.
Okay.
There's several photos of them hanging out together, but there's only one that really is salacious, if you want to call it that. They both say they were both staying at this hotel, which is a pretty posh kind of upscale hotel, which why wouldn't you?
He's staying there. She's a reporter. She's
apparently there doing some kind of mountain hiking thing with some girlfriends. He's there with some other people. They obviously know each other, right? From years and years and years. I mean, he was a player for many years.
Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you, just like I would with people that I know or I used to work with.
The pictures show one of them is them sitting on separate floats in a pool. Next to each other. She's in a bikini. He's wearing,
You happen to be here.
swim
I
shorts.
happen to be
Just,
here.
They're not touching. They're just sort of sitting there together. Then there's another picture of them in the hot tub, and they're not cuddled up.
You're in the hot tub. I'm in the hot tub.
There's then a picture of him with his shirt on and her wearing some more clothing, not in her bikini, and he's giving her a hug. That could be innocent enough, but it's the hands. It's the hands one.
There's a hands one?
They're like doing this weird sort of like this.
Grabbing hands,
and he's and they're not as far as you and I are. They're a little closer, and he's obviously taller than her.
Our fingers are intertwined.
That's the picture. That's the one that's going to do him in right there.
Intertwined.
Now, look, I don't care. You do whatever you want. It doesn't bother me. And maybe he's already on the outs with his wife. But that's the one picture though that's going to be the most damning.
Rooftop bungalow.
Yeah. Well, and then you add that, and you're talking like $2,800 to rent these bungalows and all this stuff. They say that other people that were up there with them weren't in the photos because, of course not. Then the photo wouldn't look as malicious.
So they're saying there was lots of other people around and it wasn't a real solo moment.
Yeah. Photos appear to show New England Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini, the New York Times top NFL reporter, holding hands and hugging at a luxurious hotel. Vrabes and Rossini, former anchor on ESPN's flagship, the SportsCenter, obviously, spotted 2 weekends ago. So this happened a while ago at the Ambient in Sedona, Arizona, a boutique resort. They're both married to other people. They had breakfast on the patio of the hotel restaurant at about 10:30 on Saturday, March 28th, before spending a leisurely hour or so together at the pool and lounging in the hot tub. Both Rossini and Vrabel insist they were with other friends, say they simply weren't visible in the pictures.
Yeah.
A source close to Diana Rossini says she was staying at the hotel during a hiking trip with two female friends. One of Vrabel's buddies told Page Six, this is the trash, the internet trash website that published the photos. He told Page Six that they and the coach drove up to Sedona for the day with another buddy, and they all drove back to their own hotel about 2 hours away after they hung out with Diana Rossini and her friends.
Yeah, they say the photos don't represent the group of 6 people who were actually hanging out during that time, during the day. It was...
Dude, the pool, the hot tub, the hug, all okay. The hand thing, kind of weird, dude.
Intertwining fingers.
Kind of weird. That's not something you do with your friends. That's not a friend thing.
You don't.
That's oh my God, you're so cute thing. That's what that is. We all know it. Don't deny. Don't act like you don't know.
I don't know.
Am I right or am I right? Out of all the photos, that's the one.
I would hug a coworker or somebody I hadn't seen in a while for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It happens all the time. I'm a hugger. I don't know if I would.
Not doing the hands thing. You and I have been together for how many years?
20 years.
We've never once, not once.
Well, we just did.
Never,
that was
one.
an example.
Yes. And I would certainly expect people to say, what's going on with those two with the hand thing?
If we walked into a place
now,
and
if we were doing this thing, slapsies, one of these, playing games, fist bump,
high five,
intertwining fingers,
interlacing our digits.
That's relationship stuff.
I interlaced my digits with another man this weekend.
That's a little more than friends. I'm not saying it's anything. I'm just saying it's a little more than friends. Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We'll get some Volbeat in a bit.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Julie. Huh? Julie. Huh? Guess what day it is? Julie. Huh? Julie. Huh? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Mike. Huh? What day is it, Mike? Huh? Woo-hoo! Mike. Huh? What day is it, Mike? Huh? Oh, come on. I know you can hear me. Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's Rex Manning Day.
Oh, Rex, you're so sexy.
Oh, why don't y'all just fade away? Rex Manning Day.
Liv Tyler.
Oh, yes. Liv Tyler.
Renee Zellweger was in that film.
Much better option, in my opinion. Give me the Renee Zellweger over the Liv Tyler.
Both kind of
they were in their prime.
Career,
they were in
right?
their prime.
I mean,
yeah.
that was really the beginning of their career.
Empire Records, definitely going to be watching that one today as we celebrate Rex Manning Day. It's also National Empanada Day.
Love those little breaded meat patty kind of little things.
It's meat in a ravioli, right? But it's not pasta.
More
it's
like a Hot Pocket, almost. Yeah.
Draw a bird day. Can you draw a bird?
I can't, but my father, he wasn't like an artist or anything, but he was good at it and he liked drawing birds.
It's also International Be Kind to Lawyers Day.
All right. Say nice things to them.
Good luck with that. But yeah, Rex Manning Day. Got a text from Brian who said, "Hey, Brian, I got to ask, what's with the hot dog at Fenway? It looked like sandwich bread." That's because it's a New England-style bun, and it's superior to all the rest of the buns.
What do you mean a New England-style bun?
Well, first of all, it's flat on the bottom. So when you have a hot dog in it, it doesn't roll over when you put all your toppings on it, like a brat or a hot dog bun out here. It's not rounded, so it's flat on the bottom. So it stands up. And it looks like a piece of sandwich bread, like white bread, folded in half with a flat bottom. So it's got like a crust on the top. And then usually what you do is you slather butter on the sides and you put it on the flat top and you crisp it up.
So it looks more like bread than it does like a dog
Again,
bun?
imagine a piece of white bread, right? Like regular old
this?
Regular old white bread. Yeah, but that's been grilled, obviously. So imagine the piece of white bread, and you got the crust up here, all around it, and you fold it in half, and on the bottom it's flat, and then you, like I said, slather butter on the sides, and then you put it down on the grill, crisp it up, and then you stick your dog in there with all your toppings.
It looks like more like
it's superior.
Garlic bread almost on the bottom of its grilled.
You can do some garlic butter in there, too. Yeah. Hell yeah. Television today, the series premiere of The Testaments on Hulu.
I'm not really sure what year it was. I know I still had my dollhouse. It looked just like our real house. Some dolls were always busy. Others were always doing the important work. There is a little girl doll. That's me.
Very, very cute hair. Thanks. Yours too. My socks, I look like I have a bad head.
Back then, we still believed in this world. I guess it's easier to accept a story than believe that the people around you are monsters.
This is the sequel to The Handmaid's Tale. Stars Chase Infinity Payne taking over the role of Agnes/Hannah, the daughter of Elizabeth Moss's character. You might remember Chase from One Battle After Another, but Testaments making its series debut on Hulu today. Also today on Amazon, Season 5 of The Boys. The final season premieres
tonight.
My power is absolute. At heights no one's even dreamed of. But I have a bigger destiny.
Oh, praise be. And what is it?
All right, let's get to work, yeah?
We think that Homelander is looking for the V1.
It's Vought's first iteration of Compound V. If Homelander got his hands on some, he'd be immortal.
Yeah. The Boys, Season 5, premiering on Amazon today. Also, the Season 5 premiere of The Floor on Fox tonight, the game show where you got to stand there and answer questions and you move around. And new episode of Hollywood Squares on CBS. Third season finale of Shrinking on Apple TV. Is that the one with Harrison Ford and Jason Segel?
Maybe.
I think he was talking about Harrison Ford's penis. Said he's got a great penis. Did you hear about this? Also, new episodes of all the Chicago shows, Med, Fire, and PD. Kimmel's new with Gene Smart and Anthony Starr. Colbert's new with Bryan Cranston and Robert Plant. Fallon and Seth Meyers are in repeats. And apparently they had to shoot a bunch of really expensive reshoots for the Michael Jackson movie coming out later this month, Michael.
Because
$15 million worth of editing and reshoots to remove all references to his child molestation scandal. So apparently there was like an NDA that they signed with one of the kids. And because of that, they had to reshoot this. They didn't do it because they wanted to keep that out of the film. They apparently were going to put it in the movie. So I'm guessing at some point we'll get a director's cut maybe. But the reason is not necessarily what people think. Turns out that Michael's settlement with alleged victim Jordan Chandler included a clause that barred any depiction or mention of Jordan in a movie. Because of that, the original finale had to be scrapped and a new third act had to be shot. In the new version, the tension comes from Michael's relationship with his dad, Joe Jackson. Also, Janet, not in the movie.
By her saying,
I'm guessing she said, look, dude, I don't want to be associated with any of this stuff.
Let me tell you something. In this life, you're either a winner or you're a loser. Y'all want to work in a steel mill like me for the rest of your days?
No, sir.
Yeah, because I sure as hell don't. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
I need to hear you a little louder. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
Ready whenever you are, Michael.
Yeah, it was supposed to be out in theaters April 18th, now October. You're going to see it in October.
I thought it was the 24th.
Well, what I'm looking at says that it was delayed.
Says it hits theaters the 24th of April.
Well,
That's
I
what
guess they were able to do it real quick.
All
so
right.
it was, this person settled a lawsuit with the estate, and then they found out that there was wording in that settlement that said you can't portray me in any kind of, anything that had to do with me and him and any of that. In
Well,
the
he
lawsuit.
wasn't the only one, so they could have kept some of the other ones in there. Yeah. At some point, that movie's coming out, I guess. I thought it was going to be, they're running commercials for it, so I don't know if...
Well, they were able to. Okay. All right.
It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find us online at rockmornings.com if you want to get in touch with us. We got some texts we'll get to here in just a bit. Also some Slipknot.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
Welcome back to early coverage of the Masters. An almost endless loop of historic backstories and clips that we've shown you countless times before of past champions. Great names like Jack, Arnold, Tiger, Gary, Ben, Bobby, alongside other winning names like Sergio, Bubba, VJ, Fuzzy, and Fred. They are the masters of the Masters, which leads us into the next hour of highlight clips in our early coverage of the Masters on CBS.
Kicking off later today with the par 3 challenge, right?
You don't bet on golf, do you?
I barely watch. I'll watch some of the wastewater management or the whatever it is, the waste management one that's out in Arizona where people get turned.
Is that the one where they get
real wasted?
Yes.
Yeah, and you end up with drunks on the course.
Sure.
I'll watch that one because it looks like a lot of fun. But the Masters is too serious for me. I can appreciate it, right? As a guy who goes out and hits a stick every once in a while. I know how hard it is to play golf.
It's kind of the crowning jewel, isn't it? I mean,
it's their Super Bowl, yeah. It is, but it just doesn't do anything for me. I don't find golf a sport that I can watch.
And it's so early in the year, don't you think that it adds to the excitement of golf? Because we're just
similar to
golf.
NASCAR. It's kind of like, they have their Super Bowl at the beginning of the season, even though they have a championship at the end. The Daytona 500 kicking things off, the granddaddy of them all, whatever you want to call it. But it's kind of similar to that. There is a 33-year-old harbor seal named Reggae, which I've seen before at the New England Aquarium.
Like that's where he chills and
That's
lives.
his spot. That's where he is.
And
old? he's going viral because they gave him a rubber ducky. And people are in love with Reggae the seal and his rubber ducky.
Of course.
The aquarium sharing the clip
you?
as part of its animal enrichment program, using toys to keep the seals mentally stimulated and curious, even at the age of 33. Playing with his beloved yellow duck. It's gone viral. New influencer has been born. The post on Instagram and Facebook.
Because it's adorable.
Over 80,000 likes from viewers melting over the seal kissing and hugging his floaty toy. You're the one.
Dun, 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 you make bath time lots of fun. Oh my gosh, he loves them.
Rebecca Miller, the manager of the aquarium, oversees the Atlantic Harbor Seals and California Sea Lions, said the toys serve a very important purpose.
Mm-hmm. It's actually part of his care.
It's a great way to challenge our animals and really allow them to use those problem-solving skills that they have.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just recently got into my algorithms. I've been talking about and thinking about putting an aquarium in my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do a live plant aquarium, which I know is a lot of work. So I'm a little bit apprehensive about taking that next step.
So you're just watching videos?
So I'm watching videos, and of course they get more and more involved, and I'm like, oh God, way to really turn a beginner off here, you know what I mean? Because now I'm getting like these crazy terrariums which have water with fish in them and frogs and turtles
and stuff,
and
but
like live plants growing up. I mean, it looks just like a zoo enclosure, you know. And I'm like, I'm just trying to have some fish, you know. It's like, anyways. Yeah, one of the videos that I'm getting is these animals playing with stuff. You know what I mean, like toys, and how important it is for them to have those things in their inside of their their enclosures and stuff like that. So, yeah. And the other one that I'm getting now too is octopus. Ever watched?
Yes,
dude. It is crazy to watch these octopi in the tank. The guy puts like a little crab inside of a jar or something like that.
They put all sorts of stuff in that.
And the octopus is just sort of wrapping itself around it, and it's just, and then all this, next thing you know, it's eating a crab.
Yes. Or,
it's wild.
Yeah. Videos of octopus you can watch all the time. Getting out of a hole this big.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what creeps me out. The jar is fine, but the squishing through a hole this big.
New England Aquarium, by the way, home to 5 seals, all of which were born in captivity, all of which were curious by nature,
Adorable.
placing unusual items around their habitat, which is built to resemble a rocky New England coastline, helps keep them engaged and mentally stimulated. But now we've got Reggae the seal going viral for his love of rubber duckies.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's going viral because he saved a bunch of people from a burning building. This is a 20-year-old college student in Vietnam, now a hero after he ran into a burning 6-story building and rescued 7 people that were trapped. He fought through thick smoke, guiding them to safety. Everybody survived. Got himself a national recognition for his bravery.
Bet he did.
And he didn't tell his mom at first about the lives he saved so she wouldn't worry about her kid running into burning buildings.
Yeah, eventually I'm going to have to tell you because it'll be all over the news and I'm getting that award. But right away, I don't think it needs to
apparently,
be tonight.
Look, when he came out of the building several times with all these people, his shirt was all burnt and blackened and dirty. Told his mom that he had fallen down. And didn't...
Just throwing that in the garbage can on the way home. I'm just going to throw that in the garbage can.
This was back on March 24th. A 20-year-old college student in Vietnam, unlikely hero.
Walking home, sees something?
Nguyen Lee Tu, I think is how you pronounce his name. Heading home from the gym, noticed some flames consuming a 6-story building. 7 people trapped. Stairwell completely blocked by fire. He rushed in to help without hesitation. Found a ladder outside. Guided 2 elderly residents to safety, but as he prepared to step away, he learned that a woman and a child were still trapped inside deeper in the building. Went right back in. Smoke was thick, suffocating. He said, as soon as I smelled the first wave of smoke, my eyes started stinging and I found it hard to breathe. It got so thick, it was really hard to breathe. One by one, though, he saved 7 people.
Yeah, that was before any emergency vehicles arrived.
Yeah.
So these
he
people...
he, along with the other people that he saved, rescued, were taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. They were treated, and everybody survived.
And then he just goes home.
Yeah.
Hey, what's for dinner, Ma?
When he called his mom later that night. He said he had fallen down. Didn't mention that the fire...
None of that.
The lives that he saved. I said, I won't be home. I fell down. I had to go to the hospital. Yeah. engineering physics student at Hanoi University of Science and Technology. Excellent grades, strong character.
That kid's going places, huh?
Yeah, and just got recognized. The Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union awarded this guy the Brave Youth Badge, and Vietnam's acting minister of education presented him with a formal certificate of commendation.
How about free ride? Can I get my college paid for?
Can I get some of these paid? Some of these bills paid?
Some of this debt taken care of? How about that?
It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Going to talk about Artemis 2 and living on the moon.
Moon pictures.
Going to talk about an interesting Zillow listing from Seattle. Bad news, happy music to get to. Lots of stuff going on this morning.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Start your day with Rock Mornings.
4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. That was from, obviously, a few days ago when they took off from Earth to make their trek around the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the
incredible journey.
Dark side of the moon.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the moon, that's why.
Yeah, bringing back images brimming with science and so exquisite that are going to, generations to come. I mean, some of those photos. Unbelievable.
Yeah. They also had time to release a Full House intro. Did you see this?
I saw the Friends one.
Okay.
I didn't see the Full House.
We were doing scenes from bad 80s sitcom when they introduced the cast of characters. So that's why we all did those, and we are cracking up here.
Yeah, you can obviously watch those videos online. You can see all the pictures online as well. But the new one was a Full House intro showing the crew members.
And they're just floating around.
Well, the one guy is like doing some kind of workout. He's like doing some kind of like pull-up type thing. She is
upside down, kind of.
She's kind of reading. It looks like she's reading, and then the mascot, the floating mascot, floats by, and she kind of bips it out of the way. And yeah. Artemis program is planning to build a moon base by the 2030s. So maybe sometime in the next 20 years. They want to use things like lunar soil and frozen water to support long-term life. I talked to you about that a couple weeks ago, the Matt Damon poop potatoes, right? They've figured out a way to mix in worm feed along with the soil that they've collected from the moon, the surface of the moon, and somehow make that a place where you can actually grow
something viable.
It would have to be inside a greenhouse, obviously, with light and water and all that crap. But now they're saying that living in outer space could create a new human species.
So we have gills?
Well, look, we're going to take generations before we get there, but astronaut Scott Kelly lived in space for almost an entire year.
Yeah.
And when he came back to Earth... it wasn't just that his bones had shrunk and he got shorter and all all that stuff, like all the thing, the gravity effect, all that stuff. That obviously affected him. But he showed major signs of biological shifts, even changes in his genes, his genetics. Just from living in space, not like they were doing genetic testing on him, just from being out there. On top of that, there's higher levels of radiation on the moon, which we could pass down to future generations if we're starting to, do pregnancies and give birth up there. Over time, obviously, generations, humans could evolve differently, just like animals on isolated islands. And eventually, those differences could be big enough to create an entirely new species of human beings. Look, this isn't going to happen in our lifetime, but probably not your kid's lifetime.
No.
I don't think we're going to get to the point where we're going to be able to walk around on the moon without a helmet on and a breather. But you're talking about genetic...
Well, it doesn't surprise me that there's biological changes being in space for an extended period of time. That would
1 year
impact your
365 days. This guy's up there.
It's space.
I know, but I'm just saying he comes back and you think everything's all cool.
No,
and you're just floating around.
A year, man. You go to another country for a year, you're going to be a different person. Let alone space.
Yeah, but this is at the cellular level, though. This is you go to a different country. Yeah, okay, you might know a little bit more about cheese and speak the language, but you're not going to come back with your genetics all out of whack. I mean, if you go to Russia, you go to Chernobyl, yeah, you walk around there with the feral dogs.
You're going to be a little out of whack.
But not everybody's going there. Very few people are, actually.
You're going to be.
But if you just traipsing around Europe for a couple of months.
So Friday night, I guess, Friday late afternoon, San Diego, off the coast of San Diego. Live coverage of their return will continue until everybody's out of it and transported to the safety of the ship. Basically.
And unlike the other brave astronauts, Katy Perry and her friends, I doubt these guys are going to kiss the ground and act like they accomplished something, because we know they accomplished something.
Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy.
Yeah. Katy Perry kissing the ground. What a sham. You're a fool. What an idiot.
These photos are great, though. The ones
moon.
on the moon.
Wow, and then you see the full... The eclipse there. Just incredible. Yeah, the incredible pictures and videos from up there just making their way onto the internets. Something to see.
Tomorrow, I'm supposed to be hooking up with Don Cornelius tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, we playing tennis, man.
I'm around, man. Just give me a call.
We playing on the moon, bitch. Peace.
What?
What? Might be tough to play tennis on the moon without gravity, right?
Yes. I was listening to science.
Would you go?
Oh, hell no. No, absolutely not.
Even if the world was coming to an end? And
I don't know. Now you're putting on some unrealistic... I don't know. No, I mean, space to me is very...
End of life.
Scary.
Okay.
It's so... I get that I'm not real smart when it comes to science, but I was listening to how, they whip around the Earth, right, to use the fuel.
Lunar gravity and the retroburst.
Shoot it out there, and then they come around, and then the gravitational pull's pulling them back down in. I mean... Interesting science stuff, but no.
Well, look, you don't have to do the science. Someone else. I'm saying, if there was an established lunar base, and that was like the future, right? This is how we're going to save our species, because the Earth
took me 50 years and a lot of drugs to go to Europe. No,
you
on a
go,
plane.
Huh? Not once.
No.
Visit? Would you go visit?
No. These are lovely photos. No, space, man.
Bunker. You going to go in the bunker?
One tiny thing goes wrong.
Well, yeah.
And you're floating forever.
One tiny thing could go wrong right here on Earth.
But I'm not.
One tiny thing could go wrong right here on Earth.
Left up there.
One of those 70 or so cables over there could
I understand.
fall onto your head and electrocute you.
But I'm not going to be floating around forever in space by myself in the darkness. I've seen the movies. Just out here forever.
Some alien will pick you up and examine your rear end while you're floating around out there in space. No, huh? Wouldn't do it? I'd rather go to space than the ocean. We've had that discussion before. I don't want nothing to do with what's down there. No thanks.
Yeah, the deep, dark parts of it where it's as deep down as Mount Everest is up.
Yeah, where there's stuff living down there that we haven't even seen yet. I'm good with that.
Giant and gelatinous and
fissures into the cracks of the earth. You know what I mean? Like down into the molten lava stuff. No, I don't want any of that. I'm good. I'll go out in space. Sports coming up in a bit. It's rockmornings.com to get in touch with us.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find the daily podcast at rockmornings.com.
Time again for the Masters. The athletic competition that makes you wonder, if the caddy knows so much, how come he's not out there playing? The Masters. This week on CBS.
Do they go to school for that?
Well, I think most of them are like course pros or are, guys who work at golf courses all around the country. Then you become a personal caddy for a guy. Some guys stay with the same golfer for a long time.
Oh, I know they do. Like
some
their
guys
lifetime,
are more provided by the course itself. But
there is a caddy school, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Caddy Academy.
Masters beginning later today with the par 3 challenge, a bunch of other practice stuff being covered, and then of course tomorrow they tee off in the morning. Brewers losing to the Red Sox last night, 3-2. Final game of that 3-game series is today, 12:35. First pitch. Bucks losing to the Nets last night, 96-90. They'll be at Detroit tonight at 6 p.m. 3 games left in the regular season. Frozen 4 starts tomorrow. Wisconsin, North Dakota, 4 o'clock, ESPN2, and then Michigan, Denver at 7:30, also on ESPN2. Hall of Famer Steve Mongo McMichael, a key member of the Bears defense, helped them win that Super Bowl in '85. Diagnosed with CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. The Concussion and CTE Foundation said that. Recently, he died last year at age 67 after a 5-year battle with ALS. His wife, Misty, said too many NFL players are developing ALS during life and diagnosed with CTE after death. I donated Steve's brain to inspire new research into the link between them. And they obviously have to wait till the person dies in order to find out whether or not they had CTE, much like Junior Seau, but a really tragic end to his life. And then they found out afterwards he had...
Science is going to help.
Well, look, they're doing the Guardian caps. A lot of players are choosing to wear them. You know, you see Romeo Dobbs obviously out there wearing that thing and trying their best to
limit those accidents.
Set up rules that, you know, penalize guys for leading with the crown of the helmet, all that stuff. But it's a violent sport, and as long as it's that violent, it's never going to end.
But these were athletes that were playing in the sport when there was way less concern or protection for their well-being at all.
41 years ago, there was a
cared.
lot less protection going on in the league than there is now. Elsewhere in sports,
as they say in hockey,
this is more
let's
than
do
the
that
Final
hockey.
Four, the Frozen Four. This is what's this going on?
Well, the Frozen Four, of course, tomorrow. Badgers kicking off at 4 o'clock on ESPN2 against North Dakota. The Edmonton Oilers losing to the Vegas Golden Knights at home on Saturday, 5-1. Jack Eichel got 3 points with 3 assists. Brett Howden scored a goal and got 2 assists. Evan Bouchard scored the lone goal for the Oilers, but that wasn't the biggest story. Rogers Place. The match on Saturday, second period, a woman went into labor and eventually gave birth at the arena.
Oh, man, she didn't have much time to get anywhere, did she?
Edmonton Oilers losing to the Vegas Golden Knights in Edmonton. This woman, not quite sure how many months along she was, but along enough that she went into labor and this baby's coming whether you like it or not. We're not getting to the hospital.
About that.
You can get me in the wheelchair, get me downstairs, but at this baby... Yeah, so there was a commotion, and the play-by-play broadcaster, Jack Michaels, revealing the news to the viewers during the Oilers telecast as to what was going on.
So they got her out of the stands, obviously,
Yeah.
into the locker room or a medical room or
She
some sort
eventually
of
delivered the baby.
area.
Everyone's doing good, by the way, mom and baby, and everyone's all right, healthy and all that stuff, but yeah.
That kid should get a free ticket for the rest of his life.
Maybe.
Like a fan ticket.
Maybe.
Forever.
Elsewhere in the realm of hockey, I'm not sure if you saw this. So the Utah Mammoth, you familiar with them? Speaking of driving the Zamboni?
No. I mean,
So-
but I get it. It's
Well, they're an expansion team, the Utah Mammoth, and they just unveiled their Zamoth. And it's not an April Fool's joke. Custom Fan Zamboni, created in collaboration with Utah's Diesel Dave and Dave Sparks, hit the ice last night. It's a mammoth-shaped Zamboni. You got to see this thing. It's awesome. A retrofitted Zamboni from the 2002 Winter Olympics turned into a fanmobile. The Zamoth. It's cool as hell, by the way.
oh my God, it is cool as hell.
Right? Yeah. The
Oh my
Utah
gosh.
Mammoth unveiling the Zamoth. If you haven't seen it yet, it's pretty badass. They've got video of it. There's a bunch of fans in there partying. They got a guy with a T-shirt cannon shooting T-shirts out there. It's got wheels on it like a truck. It almost looks like a golf cart almost. But
Yeah, it no longer cleans the ice. It's actually not doing Zamboni stuff, but it's a custom-built
yeah, and they posted
ride
videos, by the way, yesterday about the build and how they came together and fabricated and the welding and all the stuff. And it's pretty cool.
carries up to 8 riders at a time, and it will be used for fans during pregame and intermission at their home games. It's awesome, dude.
I know. I told you.
Way cooler than I thought it was going to be.
The Zamoth. It's coming to town. It's pretty badass. Sports on Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. I got a text from Brian earlier who wondered about the the hot dog bun at Fenway. He said it looked like a sandwich bread. That's because it's New England style. We went through the explanation.
Mm-hmm.
I said it's superior in every way. He said, all right, well, they're to each their own, however you say it, but let's go Brewers for the win today. And then I got a text from Jacob who said, them's fighting words dissing the Wisconsin hot dog bun. Look, Wisconsin doesn't have a hot dog bun.
It's just a hot dog bun. Like
it's just a regular old hot dog bun. It's not claimed.
So this is like a...
But a New England style is very unique and is sort of only available in New England. And again, it looks like a piece of white bread folded in half, flat on the bottom, and then you can lather up the sides of the thing with butter or garlic butter or mayonnaise or whatever you want to put on there.
So it's not just for hot dogs, though. These are the same kind of buns you're using for, like, lobster rolls. Yeah, so that's more probably what it was made for, wasn't it? More of the seafood kind of thing?
It was, obviously, it started out for hot dogs because those have been around a lot longer than lobster rolls have.
Lobster, clam rolls, that kind of thing. Because that's what I associate it with is what a lobster roll would look like, where it's buttered and fried on the bottom and it's flat and then it has the side.
And it's delightful. And it doesn't roll off the plate. I can't tell you how many times we made hot dogs, chili dogs at home, and you put it on the plate.
Don't you put it upright like this?
Well, yeah, you put it upright, but as soon as you pick up the plate, the thing goes, I'm going left, and it goes left and all your toppings fall off. With the New England style bun, you don't have to worry about that. It stays flat. It's delightful. And Jacob, you can take your Wisconsin hot dog bun and shove it right up your ass.
I'm not doing that. I'm gonna.
It's not even. No one even calls it that. It's not a Wisconsin hot dog, but there is no such thing.
It's just a bun. It's just a hot dog bun. That's what everybody else does. This, like I said, I associate more with a lobster roll.
Yeah.
But I agree with him. Go Brewers.
Thanks for the text messages. Find us online at rockmornings.com.
Just mustard ketchup, onions, pickle relish.
I don't have a go-to when it comes to hot dogs. It depends on what I'm feeling.
At the ballpark?
Yeah.
Onions, pickle relish?
It depends on, honestly, a lot of times it depends on what's available and what it looks like. You know, a lot of times you go to a ballpark and they've got the thing out with the scoop, you know, like a spoon and the onions are out. I don't want to take any onions. I don't know if someone's spit in that, farted in that, puked in that.
Oh, you wouldn't take them out of
If it's in a packet, you know what I mean? It's individually sealed, which some ballparks are doing now. They put the onions in little packets. Okay. But I don't know, dude. I get sketchy about people doing stuff to the food.
In one of those plastic with the lid.
Everyone's touching it and breathing on it and all that stuff.
Then you're just going ketchup mustard packets?
Yeah, then I'll usually just go ketchup mustard, maybe relish.
Chili dog or Chicago dog, you ever do with the pickle on the side and the celery salt and the whole like.
I don't care about Chicago dogs.
I like Chicago dogs. I like those.
It's got a pepper in it. That's useless.
It's not hot.
It doesn't matter. It's useless. It doesn't do anything for me.
Do you like that Chicago
Take
dog?
that pepper and shove it up your ass.
Chili dog.
Chili dog is just chili and onions.
And cheese.
And a little bit of cheese.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Not at a ballpark, though. I mean, like, they're pre-making it, so. We'll get to some music from the Black Crowes in a couple minutes.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Weekdays, 6 to 9.
The latest from the Crowes, Profane Prophecy. Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. So I had to go on Zillow to take a look at this. When we bought our house, our new house, or newest house, I should say.
The latest home that you own.
The home that we live in now. We bought it in 2019, $238,000. I would say that's a pretty fair market. We got a nice house. It was basically brand new. The guy we bought it from had
done a lot of remodeling.
Ton of remodeling. Broke it all the way down to the studs and put in new everything. I mean, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, all of it new. And also didn't live there very long because he had also purchased his dream house for his family and moved into that, and he was doing some finishing touches on our house. And so when we moved in, it was in tip-top shape. I went to Zillow, by the way. Here we are 6 years later, and they've got the Zestimate right now for my house at $335,000.
That doesn't surprise me.
$100,000 more.
Well, that was 19.
7 years ago.
20 was.
Well, and it's crazy to me because I've lived there and I know we haven't done anywhere near $100,000 worth of upgrades to this house.
Since he had done all of them.
We've done a couple of things. I mean, it basically looks exactly the same, but yeah. And then I go online.
Okay, and this is Seattle or a suburb of Seattle?
You got to Google?
I do.
I love the descriptions on these places because, man, it is lipstick on a pig. It is, you're just trying your best. Listen to this description.
Okay.
Situated in the highly desirable Pigeon Point neighborhood of West Seattle, this property offers a rare opportunity to create something special in a location known for its natural beauty, proximity to downtown, and neighborhood charm. Perched above the street, the home enjoys a unique setting with territorial character and a sense of privacy. The existing structure is ready for its next chapter.
So you're buying the land and it's a piece of junk and you're tearing it down and putting something in a great neighborhood.
Offering flexibility for those with vision, whether restoring, reimagining, or building new.
And
Dude, you got to see this.
It's junk and you're buying the lot in a established
obviously, but man, I don't even know why you'd try. Why would you even put pictures of this home up as a reason to just put the lot, put whatever the square footage is. No one's coming in there and refurbing this piece of junk. $399,000, by the way. So $60,000 more than what my house is going for right now. It's estimate 4010 22nd Avenue Southwest in Seattle, Washington. 4010 22nd Avenue Southwest, Seattle, Washington. If you want to give it a Google, look it up on Zillow. It's quite a sight, man. All the windows are boarded up.
Hey, isn't this a bar in northern Wisconsin?
It does kind of look like the Plywood Palace. It's got that Plywood Palace vibe, only not as nice. I would say you could have a fancy dinner at the Plywood Palace before you would go have a dinner. They don't even have pictures of the interior of this place. That's how bad it is.
Well, they don't.
They've got all the windows and doors are boarded up.
You're buying the land.
Then
they've
got a picture of the hill.
Restoring.
Dude,
you're not restoring
the picture of the hill is my favorite part.
Where it looks
there's 7 pictures of this place. Again, it's 4010 22nd Avenue Southwest in Seattle if you want to look it up. $399,000. And the picture of the hill is so funny. It's the last picture, and it doesn't even look that good.
No.
They've obviously got some sort of massive growth on the side of this thing. They haven't kept the yard. They haven't kept the house. It's just a big pile of dirt. It's got privacy because it's sitting up above the street, Gene. Did you hear that in the description?
I did. Well, there are houses on that side of the street, and I'm looking around at the street view, right, the neighborhood and everything, because you can see, water from there. It's like, it's that close to the...
There is no remodeling, restoring, or reimagining. There is building new, and that's about the only thing you can do. Unless you want to move in there and do crack... You know what I mean?
In the dark?
In the dark with the windows and doors boarded up? Yeah.
In the middle of our streets.
Yeah.
With easy access to downtown Seattle, conveniently located minutes
All
away
of those
from the
things.
beach.
You can see the water from it, so I could see how the land itself might be.
The West
worth
Seattle
something.
Bridge, neighboring parks, nearby trails, green spaces,
Sense of privacy.
Bro, this thing is just...
It's the windows that are boarded up. That's your sense of privacy.
It is so bad. I saw it this morning and I was like, oh my God, why would you even put pictures of the house up on the for sale?
Other than a tongue-in-cheek, I can't imagine.
You're totally damaging it. I mean, what kind of secrets lurk beneath that house? Where are the dead bodies? You know what I mean?
What we do is we buy homes generally that are dilapidated, abandoned, not occupying, no one's living in them. And so what we do is we buy these properties, we fix up these homes, and they're affordable housing. When you have a headline, when you mention crack houses or abandoned houses, it gets attention, it brings attention to the issue, and it also brings in leads for which we could acquire these properties that are just sitting there, and it's a big win for everyone.
You don't even see the inside because you don't need to.
3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom.
$30,000?
$399,000.
Land, that's it. The land. You can see the ocean, or you can see the sound there from there. That's it.
Yikes.
That's all you need.
Built in 1929. The lot says it's 7,500 square feet. That's a pretty big lot. But yeah, you're definitely not buying this for the house. It's a sight, man. 4010 22nd Avenue Southwest in Seattle if you want to.
It's a little rough, it needs some work.
That's putting it lightly.
This house is clean.
That house is not clean. Not even
It
close.
does have a dish on the roof,
I
though.
see that. You can get some sweet internet access.
All
Maybe
the
watch some-
channels
watch
in the
some
dark.
Pay-per-view in the dark with no windows. Windows. Yeah, you wouldn't catch me buying that place. No.
Just for the land.
Thank you. No, thank you. I want nothing to do with that. Whoa. It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We'll get to bad news, happy music a bit later on. Lots of other stuff to get to as well. Right now, it's the Stone Temple Pilots.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
The Big Arch. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. Here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good. That's a big bite for a big arch.
I'm going to eat the rest of this product for lunch is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this product for lunch.
It's still so weird and creepy. It's just, dude, don't be on video. You're not good at it, man. Like,
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene, and I saw a TikTok of this guy. It's the CEO of McDonald's, and he took the little tiny bite when he was talking about his product and eating it for lunch, and everybody roasted him, right? And then
that was like a month ago.
CEO from every other burger place did ones mocking him. I saw a video of him last night when I was walking that made me like him even less. He was talking
blamed
about
his mom.
He blamed his mother.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to play this. So it's been a while since we had the CEOs eating their own product. So many things wrong
He's
with
like,
all
my
of it.
kids called me and said I went viral for all the wrong reasons, and then threw his mother under the bus.
Yeah, blames his mom for his viral big arch backlash. Chris Kemzinski, I think is how you pronounce his last name.
I couldn't like you less now.
Took a very small bite of his. First of all, you called it a product, right?
Yes. I'm going to have the rest of this product for my lunch.
No one, and I mean no one.
Everything about that video was
refers to
weird
it.
and not human-like.
Said his mother taught him not to talk with his mouth full.
I blame my mother, is I think the exact words he used.
I blame it all on my mom because she told me, don't talk with your mouth full.
Well, all mothers tell you that. That doesn't mean you go on a video that you're recording to promote this burger and eat like a weirdo and then blame your mother.
Here's my problem.
A month later.
Here's my problem. So this guy's a billionaire probably, right? You're
I don't
a millionaire.
know. He's the CEO of McDonald's.
You're the CEO of McDonald's, so you're well-to-do. You're not producing this video on your own.
No, there's a whole team.
There's a whole team of people. There's makeup people. There's lighting people. There's audio people.
Idea people that had it before you even got to the point of filming.
Isn't there someone in the room
who goes, dude, you ate
not
that
good.
terrible.
We got to reshoot
you ate
this.
That terrible.
Number one, you can't call it a product. Number two, you got to take a real bite. Be a big boy and take a real big boy bite.
Yes.
No one, not one person.
And we can stitch it where you take the bite and you chew it. And then you talk. You know what I mean? You don't have to talk with your mouth full.
Or you splice it, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Bite.
You can edit it and where you're actually chewing it and then a moment later go, man, that was delicious.
It's not helping his cause.
A hesitant nibble is his mother's fault.
And I think probably in that case, I should have just said, you know what? To hell with it. I'm going to talk with my mouth full.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Bro. Oh, bro, you just stop. Just stop and go.
I saw that yesterday when I was walking. I'm like, this guy, now he's blaming his mom. Just go, hey, it really wasn't great. I should have, you're right. Someone on his team should have been like, you gotta chomp on that.
Are they just so scared to tell the boss that you look like a lizard human?
I don't know.
You
but
know
every senior executive from every other burger chain had a moment in the sun.
Yeah, the Burger King guy came out and did it. The Costco guy came out and did it.
Everybody did it.
I don't remember seeing a Taco Bell guy doing it, but Taco Bell.
Oh, the Burger King did it. Wendy's did it.
Do you see they got a couple of new things coming out? Indian butter chicken tacos.
Okay.
That was
limited
like a
release kind of thing?
Yeah, it was like a popular fan vote thing they did. I don't know exactly when or where they're coming out, but they say that they're going to do a limited release of Indian butter chicken tacos or gorditas or something like that. And they're launching steak and guac nacho fries for a limited time at participating locations nationwide.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. Well, I don't know if it hurt the CEO, by the way. His followers have grown 30% since his stupid Big Arch video, and then he blames his mother.
Well, now is the time to hammer away at being a human being and go into it and say, all right.
Here we go. I mean,
here comes the double
and
cheeseburger.
You know what? Invite your mother that you just threw under the bus to have some free product on you, too.
Love your product, man. The dish, by the way, from Taco Bell, the steak and guac nacho fries. Seasoned fries topped with grilled marinated steak, creamy chipotle sauce, warm nacho cheese sauce, reduced fat sour cream. Oh, thank you. And guacamole.
With your Diet Coke.
Yeah, I'll take that with my Manjaro. Thanks. It looks good.
I'm sure it does.
Gotta admit, it looks pretty damn good. Also, apparently, did your dad ever do Farmer's Coke?
I don't know what that means.
It's Farmer's Coke. It's a Southern thing almost, where you put salted peanuts in your Coca-Cola.
No.
You ever seen that?
No.
Well,
My dad didn't.
Okay, well, people call it Farmer's Coke for some reason.
All right. Well,
and apparently it was a thing, and now it's apparently a thing again. It's trending. All that is old is new again.
Apparently Southern people put peanuts in Coke when they go on a road trip. Sounds freaky, but that's my middle name, so we got to see what it's hitting on. Peanuts inbound. Coke tastes the exact same. The peanuts get stripped of all their flavor. Doesn't taste bad whatsoever. The texture kind of throwing me off, though. Feels like someone put a whole bunch of tonsil stones in my Coca-Cola. I think the salt makes the Coke fizzier, but if I'm being honest, I'd rather just eat the packet of peanuts by itself, get a little thirsty, and then quench that with the Coca-Cola.
That's exactly what
I put it in my Coca-Cola again? No. But would I possibly put it in a grape soda? Most definitely.
Well, try it, I guess.
It sounds like a choking hazard. It doesn't sound like it influences the taste.
Well, if you're drinking with a straw, it's not.
Why would you drink with a straw?
With Coke.
No, it's in a bottle.
Oh, I thought they put it in a thing for traveling, and then they had a straw. So
yeah, apparently it was popular for road trips. My guess is that with the Coke and the peanuts, rather
the shell.
Well, no, the peanuts are out of the shell. I think the mentality here is that I want to eat the peanuts and drink the Coke, but I also want to devote my attention to the road.
Yeah, whatever.
While I'm driving, I'll just put the peanuts
separate.
in the Coke pre-trip, and then I've got both the snack and a drink at the same time.
Southern people, what can you do?
Peanuts and cola having a moment on social media thanks to younger people trying to enjoy a Farmer's Coke, especially in Japan. Very popular right now in Japan.
Okay.
The Coke apparently still tastes like Coke. The peanuts still taste like peanuts. Salty sweet thing going on. But again, you could just eat peanuts and then drink soda afterwards.
The biggest taste you will ever get. Coke is it. Coca-Cola is it.
I'm doing it separate.
Yeah.
He did eat raw hamburger on saltines with onions and horseradish, but not a Coke with peanuts in it.
The farmer caviar?
Yeah, it's farmer caviar.
I like really rare steaks and really rare hamburgers. But something about eating raw meat just doesn't speak my language. As my mother would say, I want my steak passed through a warm kitchen twice. That's about how I want it cooked. On to Bill Belichick. We'll get to him after some Rob Zombie.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. More from Brian and Gene is coming up.
Rob Zombie, Dragula, Rock Mornings, Brian and Gene. Darth Hoodie getting sued by a house painter.
He didn't pay him?
No. The guy claims he got injured on the job, and somehow that's Belichick's fault. This is a straight-up, disgusting money grab. I'm not saying the guy didn't get injured, but I don't know how it's Bill Belichick's fault that you effed up while you were on the job.
Well, did he work for a company? Because they would have workman's comp. If he, he could have fallen off the ladder.
Look, I don't think this is just some guy down the street. My guess is Belichick hires premium people to work on his homes because he has premium homes. This is on Nantucket, right? So this is some rich people stuff.
It is rich people stuff.
A house painter is suing an LLC that is managed by Belichick for nearly $300,000 after this guy claims he was injured on a job at one of the head coach's properties on Nantucket Island in Massachusetts. The guy's name is Andrew Jackson. Alleges that he was seriously injured after falling at Belichick's home back in June of 2024. The complaint wasn't filed until Thursday of last week against 45 Fair Street LLC in Nantucket. As a direct and proximate result of the fall, the plaintiff sustained serious bodily injuries, including a severe right ankle injury, together with pain, disability, medical expenses, lost wages, and other consequential damages. So this guy rolled his ankle at Belichick's house And now he's suing for $300,000? Straight up, dirty, disgusting money grab.
Yeah, well, we're on to Cincinnati.
Yeah. Belichick. Coming after Darth Hoodie. Better not miss.
So he says that the place was not maintained in a way where workers could be doing the work that they were supposed to be doing.
Yeah, right.
Unsafe conditions, including the placement, use, and or maintenance of plastic sheeting or coverings under unsafe site work conditions in the area.
We're talking about multi-million-dollar homes on Nantucket Island.
$4.8 million is the house, by the way.
You don't have plastic sheeting that whatever, dude. I don't know what that guy just said.
Well, if other builders were doing things and Bill wasn't aware of it, right? There's other construction teams on the site and somebody else leaves something in the way.
Yeah. Money grab. Another person out there looking for a handout. $300,000 lawsuit against Bill Belichick.
Nice looking house.
I bet. I bet. Well, you're on Nantucket Island, man. I'm messing around. We got bad news, happy music coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
You're about to enter a beautiful, exciting, wonderful new world.
A cockroach living in your nostril. Now that's just nasty. Add in some haven't pooped for 30 days.
Poop is raining from the ceilings. Poop.
And sprinkle in some hashtag Florida Man for flavor.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man quits his Burger King job, steals all of their chicken nuggets.
It's bad news.
Bad news.
With happy music.
Let's rock.
Give it to me.
We're going to start in hashtag Florida.
This place has everything. Asbestos, lupus, the magazines at Supercuts, Dan Cortez.
Yeah, you can't say that it has everything unless it has Dan Cortez. So this story doesn't have everything, but it's pretty close. Marathon, Florida. Deputies in the Keys arresting a Central Florida woman on several very serious charges.
Why is it always the Keys when there's women? And is this
Heat,
sex
humidity?
in a car outside of a grocery store?
Nope.
Okay.
The sheriff's office there took Marianela Baez Dorta into custody at about 4:30 in the morning. That's when all the good arrests happen.
Mm-hmm.
According to authorities, she was in Marathon driving in a Toyota, exceeding the speed limit, going more than 80 miles per hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone.
Which is all of the Keys, probably.
Deputies say that she attempted to evade the cops after they tried to pull her over. She was eventually taken into custody after authorities say she parked her car and attempted to hide near a vacation rental. They say the illegal actions did not stop there, however.
Did she go swimming?
Dorta made multiple threats to kill an arresting deputy. Also kicked a detention deputy in the stomach while using racial slurs. Now facing felony charges for fleeing or eluding law enforcement and battery, as well as misdemeanor charges of intimidation.
Bad night for her. She just had a
By the way, if you want to get a good look at Marianela Baez Dorta, I would recommend Googling
4
her.
a.m. is a bad time for her.
This is 4:30 a.m. hair. Come take a look at this hair and tell me what time of the day this happened. Yeah. What time did that happen? She's got a little boogery discharge there on her upper lip. Yeah, that's 4:30 a.m.
It's almost morning is what it was. Almost morning.
She was late to work? No? Maybe not? Here's another guy that was speeding. This is in Utah. This dude was pulled over doing 112 miles per hour in a 70-mile-an-hour zone.
I am speed.
Yeah, this guy was going real fast. 20 years old. Wasn't alone, by the way, in his car. Had his elderly grandmother in the car with him, along with his own mother and a 16-year-old girl.
What on earth?
This 20-year-old told the cops that pulled him over, "I drive like this all the time, and arresting me teaches me nothing."
Oh, my God. That kid.
His mom, who was in the car, along with the elderly grandmother and the 16-year-old girl, told the cop that her son wasn't racing. He was just speeding and trying to show off.
And it's illegal, and you should give him a ticket or whatever happens to people who are going 112 miles an hour evading police in a 70.
But as the son said, arresting me teaches me nothing.
arrested is my guess.
Man was charged with reckless driving,
Hell yeah.
exhibition driving, reckless endangerment, and possessing a tobacco product while under the age of 21. Boy, they got some weird rules there in Utah. This next story is great because the photo on the story is fantastic. Police in New Jersey have now relocated a beaver. They did this on Easter Sunday. It had been causing havoc in Toms River, New Jersey, wherever the hell that is. And in the photo of the story online is a very angry-looking beaver in the back of a squad car. And he's got his little paws up on the seat, and he's kind of standing on the floor, and he's looking at the deputy who's taking
Does not want to be relocated.
No, he does not. He's having himself a blast, I think, in Toms River. Yeah. The Facebook page for Toms River PBA says that they had received a report of an angry beaver terrorizing some of our residents. They were successfully able to wrangle the beaver into the back of the police car before then relocating him to a body of water. Not quite sure what terrorizing means.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Let me help you with that.
We've successfully wrangled this beaver into the squad car.
But again, they didn't really define what the terrorizing incurred, like what actually happened. But if you go to Toms River PBA on Facebook, you'll see the picture of the angry beaver in the back of the squad
Didn't
car.
deserve that.
Well,
just doing beaver stuff.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
No, thanks.
No.
Well, he's just doing beaver stuff. Probably building, dams and blocking up Toms River. And he didn't want to have that.
Didn't want that, Gene. Can't have that.
That's my guess.
Angry beaver. You ever seen an angry beaver?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Most of the beavers you look at are
I've seen,
friendly?
yes, very friendly.
Very friendly beavers? All right.
Yeah, community-oriented, I would say.
That's the ones you really want to associate with, is the ones that are all about the
Building
giving back.
Building community.
Last but not least, bad news, happy music. This is an interesting way of dealing with a real problem in our country. School shootings. Obviously an issue. Never going to stop.
How is this? What's happening?
When classes resume this fall at Deltona High School in Florida, students will have an unusual addition to the campus security system.
So is it like a metal detector they got to walk through?
Ceiling-mounted drones designed to respond to active shooter threats. So obviously you've got these things in place, like a metal detector, a security officer, an SRO, one of these kinds of things. Mm-hmm. But now they're going to have some sort of think of like the docking bay for a Roomba.
I am thinking about that. Exactly.
But it's in the ceiling.
That's exactly what I was thinking
about. And when
about.
something actually happens in the school,
it leaves its perch. And
the machines are called Black Arrows, built by Austin-based startup Mithril Defense, can go through the school corridors at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, emit piercing alarms, flash strobes, and even spray pepper gel at an attacker. So obviously using non-lethal force. They're not going to be putting guns in these things and killing kids in the hallway.
They're fast.
But 100 miles an hour would get you down the hallway real quick. The deployment marking a new test of a drone-based security technology in U.S. schools backed by more than $500,000 in state funding. Florida and Georgia are both rolling out Mithril's technology as part of a broader school safety initiative. The goal, according to company executives, is speed.
They're
the
fast.
pilots that are operating from their Austin headquarters can reach attackers faster than on-site officers. Not to mention, you don't have to worry about the guy who sat outside the school that had to go on trial because he didn't do his effing job.
This, by the way, a former educator is behind this technology that is bringing these drones to the schoolroom.
The company's drones, by the way, were tested in 2024 at an abandoned school in Austin before extensive training exercises with law enforcement.
Yeah, you don't.
The Mithril team, by the way, includes veterans and competitive drone pilots, some as young as 18 years old. So these are people that are into drones, not just some guy who comes by and applies for a job.
Yes.
Together, they use the same software that powers Epic's Fortnite to build detailed 3D maps of school interiors. Virtual reconstructions help pilots remotely navigate classrooms and hallways with precision. The wave of the future, Gene.
As long as they're super, 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 super protected and not vulnerable to any sort of cyber
Hacking.
attack, yes. Yeah. Yes, that's... Otherwise, it appears that they go fast. They're able to go through windows and take down assailants. And
hopefully, I mean, you would hope that the piercing sounds and lights and maybe even the pepper gel, whatever they've got in there, will do the trick and subdue or help to subdue and keep someone at bay until the proper authorities can get there. But yeah, drones in schools.
Is that a dong on a drone?
No, actually, it's pepper gel.
Security force where maybe police can't enter or aren't there yet.
Yeah. Wild stuff. Future is here. We're going to the moon, and we got drones in schools, Gene. Bad news, happy music. We'll get to our daily check-ins after Shinedown.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Start your day with Rock Mornings. Call.
Hello?
Email.
I tried emailing you.
Text. So many ways to check in with us. Check. We rely on you guys for traffic updates, requests, and all sorts of other stuff.
Check this out.
Visit the website rockmornings.com for all of our contact info. Download the 2 apps and get in touch with us that way. You can submit pictures and videos and voicemails through the apps, whether it's 95.7 The Rock or 92.9 The X.
And you can let us know where you're working. We did hear from Brooke this morning, who's making and selling apparel.
Nice.
So that's awesome. John's retired. Thanks, John.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Yeah, Monica's working in linen services at one of the hospitals. We've got someone working at XL Energy as well. That's Thomas, and Clarissa is at a co-op credit union this morning listening. Thanks for letting us know where you're working.
Got an email from Doug, included a picture of the floor cleaner. Said he's cleaning. It's like one of those machines.
Got it.
Cleaning the balcony floor at the Capella Performing Arts Center. Thank you, Doug. Also got a text from our guy, Tony Zach, earlier. Texted me, said, if you want to feel old today, it's Emily's 22nd birthday. You guys played Sweet Child of Mine that morning. Crazy how time flies. We're old. I'm turning 50 this year, man.
Happy birthday, Emily.
Happy birthday, Emily. Got a text from Shorty, hashtag Florida Man. Said Taco Bell Indian butter chicken taco. After eating 1 or 2 of those, it'll give you a whole new meaning of trouser chili.
Okay, that I didn't need.
Speaking of trouser chili, we got a voicemail from Doc.
Last month when we were down in Florida, Diker and I actually stopped at a McDonald's and tried that big arch. And, you know, just CEO aside, it was actually a damn good burger. So it is Doc and trouser chili approved.
There you go. Approval. 2 thumbs up from Doc on the
trouser chili.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, my wife brought one home and didn't finish it, so I ate half of it.
Okay.
Honestly, to me, it's just
a burger.
It's a Big Mac with different sauce, and it's not that different. Like where it's, wow, I would never confuse. If you put the 2 of them in front of me, I might be able to tell them apart.
But interesting to try it.
It's not bad. It's just I've had it before. It's called a Big Mac. Also got a voicemail from Chris.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're radio station 95, The Rock. Hope you enjoy the music.
That's Chris?
Yeah, damn it.
Yeah, not quite sure what was going on there, but thanks, Chris, for the voicemail. Appreciate it.
You can leave a voicemail like Chris or like you. You can send us photos. You can send us videos. Upload all that stuff real easy on the app. Right at the bottom, you'll find it right next to Win Stuff.
Got a text from Jacob earlier, said them's fighting words dissing the Wisconsin hot dog bun. I wasn't necessarily dissing the Wisconsin hot dog bun. I was saying that the New England-style hot dog bun is superior for a number of reasons. Number one, it's flat on the bottom, so it doesn't roll around on your plate and drop all of your toppings off after you've spent so much time dressing up your dog.
The bun half is flat.
And it's got white bread-style sides that you can slather in butter and then grill to crispy perfection.
Which is what they do for the lobster roll, which is also what this bun is for. I didn't realize that. I thought it was specifically for dogs and brats and stuff like that, but it's not.
I let Jacob know that New England-style buns are superior. That all came from Brian in Colorado, who said, I got to ask, what's with the hot dog at Fenway? It looked like sandwich bread. And if you Google New England-style hot dog bun, that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like a piece of white bread folded in half, flat on the bottom, and then if you get a good one, you get it grilled on the sides with butter or garlic butter or mayo or whatever. Brian, by the way, in Colorado also said, let's go Brewers for a W today. 12:35, first pitch against my Red Sox.
We'd like to see it.
Thank you very much for all of the correspondence. Good to hear from you guys. Have a great rest of your hump day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.